Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence. From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
Right now on HHS In Depth, Indiana's vaccine rollout continues, and now Indiana high schoolers are eligible to receive theirs. Find out more about the vaccines as we prepare for spring break.
Plus, fans of The Voice found out last week that former Spartan Keegan Farrell made it through the audition stage. But where is he now? You'll find out what's next for the aspiring musician. Those stories and more straight ahead. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Dr. Ginder.
And I'm Carly Flanagan. And no, this is not an April Fool's joke having Dr. Ginder host today's show. This is actually a result of a fundraiser we had last semester for Riley Dance Marathon. And since our class raised $500, the deal was to have Dr. Ginder host an episode of HHS In Depth. So now here we are. How do you feel, Dr. Ginder?
I find it amazing that anybody wants to see me online or on this show.
That's awesome. Joining us now is Nisha Lalaria with another COVID-19 news update.
Thank you, Carly. As of this week, Indiana has seen 688,000 COVID-19 cases and over 13,000 deaths statewide since the pandemic began. The U.S. has seen more than 30 million cases and 550,000 deaths, and worldwide, there have been about 128 million COVID cases since the last year and almost 3 million deaths. As vaccines roll out, Governor Eric Holcomb announced that starting April 6th, Indiana will move from a mask mandate to a mask advisory, allowing businesses to decide if masks are required for entry. However, all state buildings, COVID testing and vaccine sites, and K-12 schools will continue to require them. Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett announced that the mask and venue mandate will continue to be in effect as, quote, the threat of an uptick is not yet behind us, end quote. President Joe Biden announced that by April 19th, at least 90% of the U.S. adult population will be eligible to receive the vaccine. Biden has directed that all states offer vaccine eligibility to all adults by May 1st. But many states, like Indiana, have already moved to lift eligibility requirements sooner as vaccine supplies increase. And as of yesterday, Hoosiers aged 16 and older can now register to receive the vaccine, and appointments are filling up fast. More than 1 million people in Indiana have been vaccinated, and roughly 30% of Hoosiers over the age of 16 have received at least one dose. It certainly seems like our state is on the right path to getting as many people vaccinated as soon as possible.
Definitely some good news on the COVID-19 vaccination front as we approach spring break. Thank you, Nisha. And speaking of spring break, since tomorrow is the first day of our break this year, and because things are a little different due to the pandemic, HHS In Depth reporter Nada DeHook is in now to give some students ideas of ways to have fun and stay safe during the break. Nada?
Yeah, guys, as you can see, the weather is getting better, and Carly, like you said, tomorrow is the first day of spring break. Many students have been anticipating this break since the beginning of second semester, but because of the pandemic, a lot of people are staying home. Not to worry though, there are still tons of things you can do both indoors and outdoors to keep yourself busy.
Around town, there are a bunch of unique places to visit in Fort Wayne, one including botanical gardens, where you can see different insects, plants, and animals up close, including butterflies. Promenade Park downtown would also be a fun choice to visit, where you can take pictures, eat lunch, or just walk around and take in the view. But one place that is surely only found in Fort Wayne is Hyde Brothers Booksellers, where you can read or purchase stories while hanging out with the cats spread around the shop. Finally, although it is only open Saturday mornings, students can visit Fort Wayne's Farmers Market for food, drinks, and other locally made products. But if you enjoy indoor activities, there are still plenty of options. With Zoom, you and your friends could have a karaoke night, a debate, or even play Kahoot with Zoom screen shares. But outside of Zoom, you could also watch movies and TV shows with your friends from the comfort of your own home. Search the Teleparty Chrome extension and download it for free on a non-school laptop. It works on most streaming apps, including Hulu, Disney+, Netflix, and HBO Max. To begin using it, start watching a video on any of these apps, then go to the address bar and click the TP icon. Click Start Party, then copy the link to share the URL with your friends. After it's shared, you can talk to your friends while watching the same video in sync, even pausing and skipping at the same time.
Overall, we just need to remember that although more vaccines are being given out every day, we need to keep ourselves and others safe during the break. For HHS In Depth, I'm Nada Hoop.
Spring break weather in Fort Wayne is actually looking pretty good. If you're not going anywhere this year, don't sweat it. I'll show you the pleasant weather on our way for next week when we come back.
You're watching HHS In Depth with Carly Flanagan and Dr. Ginder.
Welcome back. The Homestead Rube Goldberg team placed in the top 10 for Division II of Round 1 competitions, and now the organization is opening up a popular vote. You can help the team out by casting your vote at the link shown below. Homestead is Division II, video clip number 13.
This is a reminder that we are continuing to sell wristbands for Mr. Senyon. Remember, we're collecting money now to donate all of it towards a scholarship named after Mr. Senyon. You can buy a wristband at all lunch mods today for $1 each at the stand just outside the cafeteria.
Seniors, it is that time of the year. If you would like to have photos of you and your friends in the graduation video this year, please send your high-resolution photos to hhsindepth@gmail.com. Please only include seniors in the photos you send.
Seniors, please pick up your cap and gown orders today during all lunch mods, or today from 3 to 4:30 in the community room.
Young Americans for Freedom will be meeting in a new location, Mr. Yeager's room, which is room 217, for the remainder of the semester. Join them after school today for the discussion of gun control.
Today is the last day to drop off canned goods to your 5th period teacher. There will be an updated total of all cans donated after the counts are done after school today. Well done, Spartans.
The Biomedical Science Club will host Dr. Catherine Welch, a Homestead graduate, on Wednesday, April 14th in room 215 or virtually. The meeting will start at 2:45 and will end by 3:30. Dr. Welch has been serving oppressed, trafficked, and exploited people since 2000. After spending 19 years in Asia, she is currently based in Berlin, Germany. Check the homepage of the Biomed Club Canvas page for the Zoom link if you are not in attendance at school. If you have questions, email Mrs. Behrens at the email address shown here.
Fall of 2020 athletes. Varsity jacket patches have arrived and can be picked up in the athletic office as soon as possible. The athletic office is now located in the main office near door 1. Patches may be picked up between 7:30 and 3 p.m. daily. Winter sports patches will be ordered before spring break and will be available before the end of the semester.
Seniors, tell your parents it's time to purchase your senior ad. All you have to do is go to yearbooksforever.com and buy yours before the deadline. And while you're there, you can purchase a yearbook commemorating this school year. Hurry and get yours before the May 1st deadline.
Mark this date down. After spring break, the Environmental Club will be meeting on Monday, April 12th in Mrs. Merkling's room, room 206. It's very important to have as many members possible to prepare for the upcoming fundraiser event. That's the first Monday after spring break, 2:45 in room 206.
Some of us really get into television shows like The Voice, but now that we have a former Homestead Spartan starring on that show, that excitement level has grown even more.
2017 graduate Keegan Farrell has made the cut on The Voice and has chosen to start on Blake Shelton's team. HHS in-depth reporter Hadley Mertz caught up with Keegan last week to see what's next for the aspiring musician.
Spinning every day out on your corner in the pouring rain.
After weeks of anticipation, former Homestead graduate Keegan Farrell made his debut on The Voice. Having spent his childhood surrounded by music, the time had come for Keegan to leave Fort Wayne in hopes of pursuing his passion.
My mom signed me up for piano lessons when I was young, and I hated it at the time, but she kept me going and she didn't let me quit, and I'm really glad she didn't. And I slowly from there eventually grew to love it. And then when I was here at Homestead, I started a band with a bunch of other students from Homestead, and that's kind of when, I just knew that that's what I wanted to do the rest of my life. About a year ago, a talent producer from The Voice emailed me. Kept on getting another phone call, another email, and then eventually I found myself out in LA on the big stage. So it was a very long process, but definitely worth it.
Now that he's made it onto a team, Keegan says the next step in this process are battle rounds.
The next step, as far as the competition goes, is battle. So battle round, you face somebody on your team. So for me, I'm on Team Blake, and I'll be facing somebody else on Team Blake. In kind of a duet, we'll sing the song together, and Blake will decide, who moves on in the competition. And then for me, just writing and singing, performing. Even if I wasn't on the show, I'd still be doing that. So I just want to keep singing, keep doing music, and then hopefully move on in the battle rounds.
Keegan has been successful on his own, including coming out with his own album. Most importantly, he appreciates all the support coming from his former high school.
It's just awesome to have the support from Homestead because, I've been 4 years since I've graduated here, and to be embraced by the teachers and the community and the administration here means a lot. And I have a lot of really fond memories being here inside these four walls, so it's great to be back for sure.
You can continue to follow Keegan's journey on The Voice by tuning in to NBC every Monday evening at 8 p.m. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Hadley Mertz.
The Special Education Department at Homestead is a program that is well loved by both students and parents. It provides a great learning environment along with activities such as Champions Together, Best Buddies, and others, encouraging a fun and educational high school experience. But do you know all that they do every day?
My job description focuses more on those students who don't earn a high school diploma, and our big focus is to prepare them for the world of work. The morning is their academics, focusing on functional academics. In grades 11 and 12 in the afternoon, we send them out to a job site in the community with a job coach so they can get real transferable job skills and learn the skills they're going to need to be a productive, employed adult after Homestead.
I teach applied speech and composition and applied business math, and in those classes we focus more on life skills. We're learning real life things like how to write a check, how to balance a budget, how to leave a tip at a restaurant. So just practical life skills.
Learning useful everyday skills, Homestead special education students become well prepared to go into the workforce after graduating. Students have worked at places like Kroger, Goodwill, Walgreens, and Pizza Hut. Many alum love their jobs, such as Chris Bly, an employee at Kroger.
My job is for my career. They name me. It's my future. I bag in groceries for customers, and I like my job every day. Bagging groceries, doing carts. It'll be my 16 years. I did this for a couple of years ago. Some friends I know, some people I don't. Somebody helped me train. I did this for old Scots that I used to work with, and I went to the different stores. Go, I don't want over there, I want to go here.
Many parents of special education students are touched by Homestead's program. Homestead is able to provide help to families like Chris's and many others in finding the perfect job for them.
The school district that we were in before didn't offer, they were doing just a single room. Every child with any type of disability was in one single room, watching movies all day, playing games and board games. There was no education going on whatsoever. So when we were looking for a different school system, we explored Northwest, Southwest. We were open arms at Southwest Allen, and so we decided to build and move out here. They were wonderful with Christopher. He was mainstreamed into normal classrooms. They were so receptive to him there. The teachers had more of a one-on-one working with each child versus a classroom with one teacher. I couldn't speak more highly of the Southwest Downs there and their special education program.
Even after graduating Homestead many years ago, Chris still has many amazing memories from attending.
Watching the teams to score, I cheer. Everybody, the boys like me the most. They took me to regionals and sectionals. I went to the hotel to stay.
Many students and alums express their gratitude towards Homestead's amazing special education department and all the opportunities it has given them. If you would like to become a part of it all, you can join Champions Together or Best Buddies by contacting the emails shown below. Well, this week's weather has surely been all over the place with both good and bad days.
Jacob Bashford joins us now to tell us what we can expect over the week off from school.
For tonight, it will be getting chilly, but by tomorrow and over the weekend, warmer weather will be coming. Saturday looks gorgeous with a high of 65 and Sunday with a high of 71. Later, I'll be back with a check of the spring break 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you, Jacob. Next in sports, a few teams got their spring sports seasons underway, and spring break doesn't necessarily mean a break for our athletics teams.
Ashton is in to break it all down in sports next. Stay with us.
This is your weekly installment of Tech Tips, a helpful short series over assisting students and staff through issues in technology. An important bit of information came from the Homestead IMC talking about school computer chargers. If you have a charger that has an exposed blue and white wire, then it must immediately be taken down to the IMC for replacement. For students at home, please bring the computer charger up to the school and have it dropped off. Tune in to the next episode after a well-deserved spring break to talk about group tabs, so your Google Chrome browser is clean and organized.
Welcome back, I'm Ashton Ackman. The baseball team opened their season on Monday against Fishers. The Spartans were up 4-2 after 4 innings until Fishers came barreling back in the 5th, putting up 5 runs. Homestead will go on to lose 7-4. The team looks to rebound this weekend as they take on Central Noble tonight. First pitch is set for 5 p.m. The Spartans also play this weekend in the McDonald's Double Play Tournament at Vincennes University. Have a great spring break. That's all for this very short sports. Jacob has a final check of the weather when we come back.
Today is April Fool's Day. Whether you dread or anticipate the holiday every year, it's nice to know a little bit more about where this mischievous holiday came from. Although its beginnings are a little bit blurry, some historians believe that April Fool's Day originated in France as a result of a calendar change. While shifting from the Julian to the Gregorian calendar, the new year moved from April 1st to January 1st. People who hadn't realized this and still celebrated New Year's in April were made fun of, teased, and called April Fools. Even though the holiday originated in France, it has spread to many countries. In France and Italy, kids pin paper fish to a classmate's back. In Scotland, the holiday lasts for 2 days, and on the second day, people pin kick me signs and tails onto one another. In the UK and Ireland, pranks are only pulled before noon. But the weirdest thing about April Fools is
For those of you who are staying home this spring break, the weather is getting warmer throughout the weekend and into the week. Keep an eye on your evening activities outside starting next Wednesday, as scattered thunderstorms are expected later in the day. All in all, for those of you stuck home this spring break, you have some very nice weather for your week off of school. Carly and Dr. Ginder, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jacob. And thank you for watching today.
Enjoy your much needed and greatly deserved break, Spartans, and please take the time to thank your teachers for all they've done for us this year.
We'll be back again in a few weeks. Have a great spring break.